Since my T-top storage box is like right in front of your eyes, everybody's eyes, I decided to up my finishing game a little bit, which doesn't take too much effort. But anyway, I'm spraying it with the heavy build primer, and this stuff is great. It sands super easy, and it feels like little scratch marks and stuff like that. Just makes for a better job, and it's not much trouble, and I already had it, so no sense in not doing it. And the next day we give it its final paint job. My gun was giving me a little trouble, but paint job really came out good, better than I usually do, which is what I was after.
Okay, not too bad for a Barry Luke glass job and paint job. Give it a day to harden and we'll hang that sucker up there.
And we spent a little time at the foundry. Had another pour to do. Love this stuff. You ever have one of those ideas that you're pretty sure you're positive it's not going to work, but you just go through it anyway because you're just bullheaded? Well, this was one of them. I thought that if I put some carpet on the dash and under the box and use my jack to push up on it hard, it would act like a little cushion, and even if I moved around in the boat and things moved around, the jack would still have pressure on the box and it would not let everything fall down. But right away, as soon as I started jacking, I realized I couldn't get everything straight and it was just gonna not work. But I did not stop, I did not back up, I just kept going forward until it finally fell down, and I realized, okay, enough is enough. Plan 2 needs to be in order. So this is plan 2. I'm back to temporary clamping boards to the T-top frame, and I've got them low enough where I can get the thing up there without struggling, and then so they hold it up, and then I can raise these little boards until I'm snug, wiggle it around till we want it, and then put some wedges in to really lock it into place. So this was the smart way to do it, and of course I did that on the second try.
Okay, so the box is up there and it is wedged tight and it's centered, and I like where it is, so I'm going to drill 4 1/4-inch holes through the arched pipe, through the roof, through the top, and put a nut and a fender washer top and bottom with a locking nut. Should take care of keeping it in place. T-top electrical box installed. Done deal, except for the door, but I got it made. It's just not hung yet. Came out pretty good. So today is the day the boat goes back on the boat trailer. I took it off the boat trailer when I started because 1, the trailer tongue sticks out, it's always in the way. 2, the wheels are in the way. 3, I couldn't turn it around on the trailer to face the transom forward because most of my work was from the back, and I couldn't easily level it up with the boat on the trailer. But all that's done. It's time to put the boat back on the trailer. So to do that, I need to I'm gonna need to get rid of the dolly. I'm gonna need to pick the boat up from the back and block it in the middle. Holding the weight is easy. Keeping it from falling over sideways is a little more complicated. And we'll get the trailer close and we'll just have to keep swapping blocks around. And my friend Fred is coming to help me. And usually when I have friends over, I forget all about filming, but I'm gonna try to remember. So we got the back of the boat blocked up very well and braced side to side so it won't want to tip over sideways. So I'm gonna put a brace in the middle of the hull next. I think I have enough blocks. Okay, current situation, we have weight in the back and it is braced, and we have weight on that stack of blocks in the middle here, and we have cross bracing, and I have a little bit of weight on this green jack, enough to pick this up. This has no weight on it. So what I'm gonna do now is lower the dolly and take it apart and get it out of there. I think the boat is safe right now to get under.
I picked up these 2 screw jacks at a garage sale a long time ago, and they're awesome. They don't get tired, they don't leak down like hydraulic jacks, and ram on the hydraulic jacks tends to get rusty in Louisiana if you leave them up for a long period of time. And then once the rams are rusty and pitted, the seals don't seal well and they leak down faster, and they're just not set up to be outside in Louisiana for any length of time. But these little screw jacks, they really don't care. They'll sit out there forever. So this dolly that the boat's been sitting on for 6-8 months is made from some roll-around scaffolding, some heavy-duty roll-around scaffolding. And the scaffolding has these quick connect end pieces that are made to be put together and taken apart probably hundreds of times. And they consist of a little clip, a spring clip, and they come with a special tool. I don't have that, so when I take them out, they fall apart. But it's no big deal because I don't take them apart all the time. And they have a safety bolt that goes through it, and once the bolt's in, they will not come out. And the dolly here is kind of in a little bit of a bind because my driveway's twisted, so it's not sitting level, so I wasn't able to just undo it like that. I had to undo both ends and give it some love taps to get it apart. It's meant to be, I don't know if it's meant to be beat on, but it's robust enough to be beat on pretty heavily. So when I got both clips out of this long horizontal, I was able to get the horizontal to come loose, and then the timber up top, I had it with some clips and some lag bolts, and I got that off, and just slowly taking it apart. By the way, this thing needs a new home, so if anybody's looking for a dolly or is interested, let me know in the comments. I'd love to sell this thing.
Okay, the boat is perched. No more dolly under it. Now I need to start rolling the trailer backwards and start to get it under it. And if I keep the front wheel on the concrete, I think I can roll it by hand, but this big old thing's hard to roll. I can use my truck, but it's not as maneuverable. I think I could use the riding mower, but the hitch up here is too high. So let's see. I'll just try pushing it by hand, see how far we get. So actually it rolled pretty easily. Well, it rolled, and now the front wheel is on the concrete, so I shouldn't have any trouble getting it the rest of the way. Now this stack of blocks in the very front didn't have weight on it a little while ago, but now it does, so I think this green jack is leaking a little bit. So I'm going to crank up on the green jack just enough to knock those blocks down, and then back the trailer up to the green jack. So now with another jack, I will jack it right in front of the trailer cross member, so I can knock the green jack down, and then I can back it until the second jack hits the first axle, and then I just got to keep repeating that process. It's not hard, but it takes a little while. So about now I'm feeling much better because there's more trailer underneath the boat. So if it fell down, it wouldn't be catastrophic. It would just be a big mess trying to get it straight.
Anytime you have something heavy supported by multiple points, like right now it's 7 different points, and you start moving one, you got to be kind of careful because you can disrupt the equilibrium, and the next thing you know, only 3 of the points have weight, and then you can get yourself in a bind. You can really screw up here. So I'm being real careful every time I jack and replace the jacks. I kind of go around and kick the other structures and make sure they still have weight. I don't want anything to come loose and fall on me. I've worked too hard this far to not see this boat to completion.
now I'm at a point where I need to move the jack again. No problem. We can get 2.5 more feet. But I also need to move this support in the middle, which is kind of my secondary main support to keep it from falling sideways. Although the trailer's under it far enough, it really can't fall to the ground, but it could sure fall crooked on that trailer and cause me a lot of grief and maybe break my arm or something. But I'll get the jack moved. We'll make sure the jack's holding it nice and straight, and then we will get rid of this pile of dunnage. You roll it? What's it hitting? Oh, I gotta get that brace off. Hold on. Come on back. All right, that's it. Yeah. You're only gonna be able to get like 1.5 feet, 2 foot. All right, that's all you got. All right, come on back. You can't come very far. That's it for now. Hold up. I think this trailer is too long for the boat. I'm free, huh, to put it anywhere I want right now, huh? I think the back ought to be on that roller.
This is two old people discussing physics, statics, dynamics, boat trailers, and we have just enough knowledge to be dangerous, but we really don't know what we're doing. I'm just trying to figure out where to put the boat on the trailer so that it will be launchable and pull okay.
I think so. Move your block, I'm going to roll it to you just a little bit. All right, right there. So we now have 2 big jacks under the trailer. We're going to pick the trailer up until the weight of the boat is on the trailer, and then we can lower the trailer. If we try to do it any other way, we could have all the weight on one jack. It'd be really hard to go down evenly. Put it on the trailer, and the trailer will protect the boat. Okay, been trying to work on fitting the trailer to the boat. It's not a very good fit. I think this trailer is way too big for this boat. But we lowered these, and we scooted the front end in toward the middle of the boat, and we almost dropped the boat, and now the boat is sitting on the trailer completely. So we're going to lower the trailer to the ground with these big jacks and get it on the tires, and that will determine the final shape of the trailer because it's pretty limper. So the boat is on the trailer. It's not quite right, but it's close. I'm going to move this post back to meet the boat, and I have to, as yet, we lowered these two by about 1 inch. So what I had to do was jack them up, knock the bolts out of here, the through bolts, take the little block out and cut the block shorter, and then let the boat push it so the weight is sitting on the block. But I'll have to through bolt it, and then I have a screw hole on the other side to make sure the block doesn't fall out. So I still have to do that. I still have to take the center rollers and push them up to the bottom of the boat. This one's about right, but the other one's not. So getting there, and I think I'm going to have to move my fenders, which is going to be a project, but we'll see.
The farthest this boat has moved in how many months? 8 maybe? 9? A long, long time. Heading to the foundry. I'm going to go get the motor and then do some welding and cutting on the trailer, which I'm not set up for at my house.
I've got fender problems on my trailer. I made these fenders, and I know they're ugly, but they're super strong. They're pretty much steel and not sheet metal. But I made them when I had 13-inch wheels on the trailer, and then I decided to upgrade to 14-inch wheels. So not only are the wheels bigger, but the tires are much bigger. So now they're rubbing. The little 3-mile jaunt from my house to here, I can see where it was rubbing. I can't pick them up too much because the boat's so low. So I'd kind of like to raise the boat, but that's a pain because these brackets, they won't go up much more. I don't have a whole lot of overlap on this timber. I think what I'm going to do is the axles are supported by this angle iron, which is underneath this rectangular tube. think I'm going to unbolt these and put a shim. Maybe this is 3, maybe 3 by 2. Give me 2 more inches here. I don't know, I have to see what's available, what's in stock that's galvanized. I don't want anything painted down there. So I will, I think that's what I'm going to do, because it's just bolted on. So I will undo the bolts, raise the trailer, slide a shim under there, probably put a little weld on it, and then I still got to redo the fenders, but at least I'll have some room to work with.
So the video gremlin came into my office the other night and stole the video of me putting these rectangular channels, these rectangular tubes in place, but it was not really difficult. I got some big jacks. I jacked up the trailer, I unbolted the axle trucks, and they went down, and then I just slid the rectangular tubing into place, and then I had to get some longer bolts and then tighten them back up. Now I'm going to bolt the tubing into place, even though the other bolts kind of hold it into place. I don't want it wiggling around, so it's in there. There's no video. It was kind of a non-event. It really went much easier than I thought it was going to go.
Well, the old man messed up pretty good. I was so busy watching the back of the boat and the T-top because it's so tight that I wasn't watching the forks, and I got myself in a bind, and we put a little bend in the front end here. Damn it. I'm sure it's not fixable. Well, I don't want to fix it, but a new one is in order. Dang. My boy's mounted on the transom, or on the engine bracket, and I was pretty sure that was going to happen. I don't have enough tongue weight. I don't know how much I have, but I can almost pick up the tongue, and I really should have 15% of the total weight on the tongue. So I'm guessing if the boat weighs 4,000 pounds, I should have 600 pounds on the tongue. I probably got maybe 2, or probably less, because I can pick it up for a second. So we can do that 2 ways. We can slide the boat forward, or we can slide the trucks backwards, and I'm going to slide the trucks backwards. The 2 back axles can just slide backwards. That'll put more weight on the tongue and less weight behind the axles. So that's what we're going to do right now in the parking lot in the sun. Won't be any fun. We'll do it.
So once again, I was pleasantly surprised at how easy this was. Just jack the trailer up and loosen all the nuts and bolts, and both sides are connected together for the axle, so you can only move one side a little bit at a time, maybe a ½ inch, and then you got to go to the other side and move it, and then come back and move this side. But it's not hard. It just took a little while. I moved it back 8 inches, complete wild guess, have no idea, but we'll see in the future when I get the trailer weighed. So I took a good close look at my bent hitch, and the metal was not torn, it's just bent. So I hooked it up to my truck and pulled the trailer home. It's only a few miles. And then it started raining, so I haven't done a whole lot since then, but I did put this little stainless steel straps and a stainless steel turnbuckle from my old sailboat shroud, and I'm fabricating the hold down up front. I need a winch. A few weeks ago I pulled my empty trailer to the local landfill, and I sweet talked a lady into weighing my truck and trailer. So I know what that weighs. I know what the truck weighs, so I haven't done it yet, but I can calculate the weight of the trailer. And when I get the hitch safe, I will pull back and weigh the truck, trailer, and boat, and that will determine how much tongue weight I should have on the whole deal. So in the meantime, I will install the new hitch coupler when it comes. I think it'll be here tomorrow. I will procure myself a winch, and I will bolt these side rails so they can't slide forward and backwards. And before I put fenders on, I will bleed the brakes because it's kind of hard to get to. And then I have to decide which direction I'm going to go with fenders, if I'm just going to buy them or if I'm going to try to adapt my homemade fenders. So until then, thanks for watching.